The transition from silent films to talkies created a perfect opportunity to enhance the logo's impact, as technological advancements now allowed audiences to hear the lion's mighty roar. Jackie, who succeeded Slats in 1928, became the first MGM lion whose vocalization was recorded and played to audiences, creating a multisensory experience that significantly amplified the logo's emotional impact. This addition of sound transformed what had been a purely visual symbol into something more immersive and memorable, demonstrating the studio's commitment to embracing new technologies. The marriage of sight and sound in the logo perfectly symbolized the revolutionary changes happening in the film industry itself, as cinema evolved into a more complete artistic medium. The individuals behind MGM's visual identity made crucial decisions that ensured the logo would stand the test of time. Chief among these was art director Howard Dietz, who initially drew inspiration from his alma mater, Columbia University's lion mascot. This connection between educational prestige and entertainment reflected the studio's aspiration to produce films of artistic merit alongside commercial appeal. The circular film ribbon that frames the lion, bearing the Latin motto, Ars Gratia Artis, art for art's sake, further emphasized this commitment to artistic values. These thoughtful design elements elevated what could have been a simple corporate identifier into something with deeper resonance and meaning, creating a visual statement about the studio's values and aspirations. The early lions who served as models for the MGM logo led fascinating lives both on and off screen, with their careers closely monitored and celebrated by the public. Slats, the first lion, toured the country making personal appearances to promote the studio, while later, feline stars like Jackie achieved celebrity status in their own right. These magnificent animals were carefully selected for their appearance and temperament, needing to project both majesty and a certain cooperative spirit that would allow them to perform reliably under studio conditions. The relationships between these lions and their trainers represented remarkable achievements in animal handling, requiring patience, mutual trust, and understanding to capture the perfect roar that would herald thousands of films over the decades. Through the turbulent 1930s and 1940s, MGM continued refining its iconic symbol while establishing itself as Hollywood's premier studio. During this golden era, several different lions made their mark on the opening sequence, each bringing subtle variations to the performance while maintaining continuity with the established tradition. The lion named Tanner introduced Technicolor to the logo in 1934, reflecting the studio's pioneering use of this revolutionary film process in productions like The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind. These technological advancements required careful adaptation of the logo to ensure its impact remained consistent across different film formats and projection systems. The studio's attention to these details demonstrated their understanding of the logo's importance as a quality signifier for their productions. By the mid-20th century, the MGM lion had become so recognizable that it achieved a rare status in brand recognition, instantly identifiable to audiences worldwide regardless of language or culture. This universal recognition made the logo tremendously valuable as international. Markets became increasingly important to Hollywood's business model. Leo, the lion who has served as the face of MGM since 1957, has brought remarkable longevity to the role, creating consistency across decades of cinema history. His specific performance, a dignified pose followed by 3 distinct roars, became the definitive version that most modern audiences associate with the studio. This standardization helped cement the logo's place in popular culture while allowing for subtle refinements as reproduction technology continued to advance. The careful documentation and preservation of MGM's logo history provides fascinating insights into evolving filmmaking techniques. Multiple versions of the logo were created for different contexts and formats, from standard theater projection to television broadcasts and special presentations. Each iteration required careful consideration of framing, timing, and technical requirements to maintain the intended impact across various viewing conditions. This attention to detail extended to the audio component as well, with sound engineers carefully recording and mixing the lion's roar to achieve the perfect balance of power and clarity. These technical aspects of logo development often went unnoticed by casual viewers, but contributed significantly to the overall effectiveness and consistency of the presentation. The relationship between trained lions and their handlers represents an often overlooked aspect of cinema history, combining elements of animal behavior, performance, and technical filming challenges. Capturing the perfect roar required patience, specialized equipment, and an understanding of feline psychology to create conditions where the animals would perform naturally while remaining safe and comfortable. The trainers who worked with these magnificent creatures developed deep bonds with them, spending years building trust and communication. Their expertise ensured that filming sessions could capture authentic animal behavior while maintaining humane standards of care. This behind-the-scenes partnership between humans and animals created one of cinema's most enduring symbols, a collaboration that bridged the natural and artistic worlds. As television emerged as a powerful new medium in the 1950s and 1960s, MGM adapted its iconic branding to this smaller screen, creating specialized versions of the logo for broadcast productions. This period also saw the studio leverage its recognizable symbol in merchandising and promotional materials, extending the lion's presence beyond the cinema and into everyday life. The consistent use of this powerful visual across different media channels strengthened brand recognition during a period of significant change in entertainment consumption patterns. This strategic deployment of the logo demonstrated MGM's understanding of integrated marketing principles long before such concepts became standard business practice. The studio recognized that their lion represented not just a corporate identifier, but a valuable asset that connected emotionally with audiences across multiple touchpoints. The digital revolution of the late 20th and early 21st centuries presented both challenges and opportunities for MGM's iconic symbol. As computer-generated imagery became increasingly sophisticated, the studio faced decisions about whether to maintain their tradition of using real lions or transition to digital renderings. This technological transition period saw careful experimentation with enhancing the traditional footage while preserving its authentic character. The 2021 version of the logo represents the culmination of these efforts, featuring a digitally created lion that honors the visual legacy while meeting modern production standards. This evolution demonstrates how respected traditions can adapt to contemporary possibilities without losing their essential character. The cultural impact of the MGM lion extends far beyond cinema screens, influencing how we think about corporate branding and visual identity in the modern world. Its longevity and recognition have made it a frequent reference point in discussions of successful brand design, studied by marketing professionals and design students alike. The logo has been parodied, referenced, and homaged countless times across popular culture, appearing in television shows, advertisements, and even other films. These cultural echoes demonstrate how thoroughly the roaring lion has been integrated into our collective visual vocabulary. Few corporate symbols have achieved this level of cultural penetration while maintaining their original dignity and impact across nearly a century of use. The preservation efforts surrounding the MGM logo represent an important aspect of film heritage conservation. Original film elements containing various versions of the logo have been carefully restored and digitized, ensuring this visual history remains accessible to future generations. Organizations like the Academy Film Archive and the Library of Congress have recognized the historical significance of these materials, including them in broader efforts to document cinema history. These preservation initiatives acknowledge that corporate logos like MGM's lion transcend their commercial origins to become important cultural artifacts worthy of scholarly attention and conservation resources. The detailed documentation of the logo's evolution provides valuable insights into changing aesthetic preferences and technological capabilities across decades of film history. The MGM lion story also intersects with important developments in animal welfare standards within the entertainment industry. Early filming practices with live animals differed significantly from modern approaches, with evolving regulations and ethical standards transforming how animals are featured in media productions. Today's digital technologies allow for the creation of convincing animal performances without requiring the presence of actual animals on set, representing a significant shift in production practices. This evolution reflects broader societal changes in attitudes toward animal welfare and conservation, particularly regarding magnificent but vulnerable species like lions. The transition from live animal performances to digital recreations represents an important chapter in the ongoing relationship between entertainment and ethical considerations. Throughout decades of corporate changes, acquisitions, and restructuring, the MGM lion has remained remarkably consistent as a brand identifier, providing continuity during periods of significant organizational change. This continuity has helped maintain audience recognition and trust, even as the studio itself underwent various transformations in ownership and business focus. When Amazon acquired MGM in 2021, the preservation of this iconic symbol was specifically mentioned as an important consideration, acknowledging its significant value as an intangible asset. This corporate recognition of the logo's importance demonstrates how effective visual branding can transcend business cycles and leadership changes, becoming a valuable constant in an industry characterized by constant evolution and reinvention. The enduring power of the MGM lion offers valuable lessons about what makes visual symbols resonate across generations. Its combination of natural majesty, dynamic movement, and distinctive sound creates a multi-sensory experience that engages viewers more completely than static imagery alone could achieve. The careful balance between consistency and subtle evolution has allowed the logo to remain fresh while maintaining its essential recognizability. These principles continue to influence contemporary brand development across industries, with many organizations seeking to create similarly timeless and emotionally resonant visual identities. The MGM Lion stands as a masterclass in creating brand symbols that connect with audiences on both rational and emotional levels, establishing relationships that can endure for generations. As we conclude our exploration of this fascinating chapter, in entertainment history, we can appreciate how the MGM Lion represents far more than just a corporate identifier. It stands as a bridge between cinema's past and present, connecting modern audiences with generations of moviegoers who experienced the same symbolic introduction to countless films. The roaring lion reminds us of cinema's unique power to create shared cultural touchpoints that transcend time and geography. In a media landscape increasingly characterized by fragmentation and personalization, such universally recognized symbols become even more valuable as connective tissue in our cultural experience. The MGM Lion continues to roar into the digital age, carrying forward a visual tradition that has become an indelible part of our collective imagination and cinematic heritage.